will run dry. Yeah, you never miss your water, water now. So you will run dry. Yeah, you never miss your woman. So you will run dry. Out of the blue, on the wings of a dove. I'm okay, thank you. A messenger comes with the beating of drums. It's not a message of love. Our children are born, and we keep them warm. You must have the right to live in the light, to be safe from the storm. And from out of the blue, with wings on his heels, a messenger comes bearing regrets for the times that he steals. But steal it he will. My children's and mine, against all our needs, against our desires, our blood spilled like wine. And over we call. No one hears. And further and further and further we fall. Though we pray that we soon will awake, it is clear that it's no dream at all. Our lives are at stake. I cannot believe even pretend that the thunder I hear will just disappear and the nightmare will end. So hold back your fire, 'cause this much is true. When all's said and done, the ending will come from out of the blue. I'm gonna do one more song. I'm just playing some songs for me because I'm having a difficult day. And I'll tell you a little bit about it after I play a little bit. I'm gonna play one more song just to adjust my mood a little bit. It's my happy place song. In the key of C. Everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. People stopping and staring, and I can't see their faces. Only the shadows of their eyes. Hey, I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Backing off of the northeast wind, sailing on summer breeze. Skipping over the ocean like a stone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Backing off of the northeast wind, sailing on summer breeze. Skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. Hello, welcome everybody. Let me look at the chat here. Hey Helen, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch. And I am okay. Yes. Only the dogs get treats today. I love that. I'm just reading the chat here. Your best friends we need some. Um, yeah. So thanks for tuning in today. Um, I'm just kind of showing up today. This morning I did my AM live, and I woke up this morning and I was in a very good mood. I was very happy. I had a visit from a friend and in the morning, and I just started off the day really good. Um, but my mood, and took a turn for the worse today. And I did my routine. I did my normal things for the day. But I don't think I didn't put a lot of effort into adjusting my mood today. I saw it starting to go downhill when I was in a good mood, and I ended up laying down and resting my body, and my mood just went downhill from there. Um, and I'm having a hard time with anhedonia. I'm having a hard time with depression, and I'm feeling very teary, and I have a lot of anger. I don't think I'm triggered. I don't feel like I have a trigger going on. I just feel like I'm having a hard day. That's all, and I'm having a high symptom day. And there are a lot of things that I'm angry about. um, and um, I don't think I don't think I've expressed the amount of anger that I have for the things that have happened in my life. Does that make sense? Um, Never really got the opportunity to express my anger about those things, and I have a lot of it inside me. And and it's really hard to explain because some of those relationships are current, and so um, I wasn't gonna play any music today. Um, I was sitting here getting ready to go live and really not feeling like I could play music because of anhedonia and just the inability to feel fulfillment and joy. Um, I have a real hard time expressing anger. I don't do it well. I was kind of trained when I was younger not to express anger, and that bad things happen when you express anger. So I'm trying to. I don't really have good ways to express anger. I'm always open to suggestions. Um, but I don't feel like I can really express my anger to the people I'm angry at, you know? So I thought I would, like, I wasn't gonna do any music today. I would open it up to any questions, any and all questions. I'm happy to answer. I also thought I could share a little bit of writing from my book if you want to hear something from my book. And if you have questions about my book, you can ask me, what would you like to know? I have some questions here. Because I asked ChatGPT for help today. I said, I don't know what to do on my live because I'm not feeling good. So it gave me some suggestions. And it had me ask you what you would like to know about my book. Um, what's one mental health question you've always wanted to ask but didn't know who to ask? I'm happy to answer what I can of that. Um, what's a song that means something to you and why? I would love to hear those things in the chat. It doesn't have to be my song. It could be any song, like Fix You or something like that. Um, I don't really, I'm feeling a little awkward. um, also positive. Yeah, I think right now I'm letting out a lot of my anger through art and music. I used to have a heavy bag here, and I would punch that, and I ended up injuring myself because I was going at it too much and too hard and too often, and I ended up having lots of skeletal bruising. So I can't do all the physical activities I used to do. Um, so I feel like my two outlets right now are art and music. And I was thinking about when I was with my friends over the weekend, they all listened to heavy metal. And I grew up listening to heavy metal. And I thought it might be interesting to release my anger and things like that by writing a heavy metal album and just start working on a heavy metal album. And as a way to release that anger, I have all the tools that I need to do that. Um, and so I could just start writing, and my heavy metal album could be my anger project. So, Helen, you can leave as long a message as you want. um, so that was one way, is try to write a heavy metal album. So I thought I would read a little bit from my writing in the book. I didn't really pick out what I was going to read. This is from the beginning of the book. It's called Foundations of Psychosis. Childhood in Greenwood was full of bike ramps, games in the street, and cinnamon swirls in the kitchen, but it was never only that. At the edges of the bright days, there were other things, quieter and heavier, that began shaping the way I saw the world long before I had words for it. Nana's room was one of my favorite stops before bed. She always had time for me and always made me feel important. Part of the ritual was candy, a butterscotch, a peppermint, sometimes one of those strawberry wrapped sweets with a gooey center, tucked into my hand before I left for my bedroom. She surrounded herself with religious symbols, such as statues and images of praying hands, and a large wooden crucifix on the wall above her bed. It was not just decoration. The crucifix was actually a last rites kit. When you opened it, it held all the items a priest would need to perform the rituals for someone near death. To me, it seemed like kind of a magic kit, filled with mysterious components for a powerful spell. Nana read to me from the King James Bible, the words thick with thee and thine. I did not always understand, so she would explain. The way she told it, the devil was not just an idea. He was as real as God, and he and his demons were always looking for ways to steal souls away. Faith was the only protection, and it was powerful. I imagined my faith as a shield that surrounded my body, a soft shimmer in the air, and I practiced creating it each night before climbing the dark stairway to the attic. That stairway felt alive. It smelled of dust and plaster. The air was heavy enough to press against my skin. The plaster walls were not just chipped, they had holes punched clean through. The wooden lathes showed like bones. Graffiti from my older brothers crowded the narrow space. In the dark, I moved quickly, convinced that if demons were going to grab me, this was their chance. In the attic bedroom, I would keep my shield up while I read from my small Bible. I followed a strict prayer ritual each night: 3 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, 3 Glory Bees, the Apostles' Creed, and then I would talk to God in my own words. It felt like the most I could do to keep myself safe. Sometimes before bed, I would be in Nana's room while she changed from her day clothes into her nightgown. She would remove her stockings, her wig, and stand in her underwear before slipping into her nightdress. As a child, I did not have the language for why it made me feel awkward, only that it did. I could not say whether this was any connection to the shadowed visits I remembered at night, or if my mind had stitched those memories together over time. What I remember is this: lying in bed with my eyes closed, the squeak of my parents' bedroom door, the line of light cutting across my blanket, a silhouette at the door, the figure stepping inside, the door closing to an inch, footsteps to my bed, a hand on my shins, a whispered shh. And then I do not have a complete picture, only fragments of being touched in ways that felt wrong. The adult in me does not know who that shadow person was. I no longer seek the answer. There are times I wondered if it happened at all, or if it was my psychosis even then. But whether those visits were real or imagined, they became part of my architecture of my mind. They taught me to pretend to be asleep, a habit I still carry, and they fed a lifelong insomnia in fear of shadow figures. Looking back, I can see how Nana's teachings in those nights became tangled together, blurring the line between spiritual warfare and real-world threat. They were the first building blocks of a reality where demons were not just possible, but probable, and where safety felt like something that had to be fought for every night. I'm just going to shut my camera off for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I usually get teary when I read or write my story. Um, that's just a little essay, and from before, from before preschool, before you know, single digits in age. Um, it just goes downhill from there. It gets harder and worse from there. So, and I'm very angry about it, but there's nothing I can do about it. Except use it to help other people. So that's what I'm trying to do. Um, I hope you all have a good night. I wish I could play some music for you, but tonight is just not the night for that. This is part of the reality of having a mental disorder. Is this morning I was on cloud 9, and then tonight I'm on cloud 1. But I really enjoy this community, and I'm grateful for you all. And I'm grateful for your support, and it gives me purpose. So, hey, Kayla, good to see you. So that's going to be it for me today. Big hugs sending out to everybody. And I'm doing okay, and this is just a momentary lapse. This too will pass. I still have full faith in my mission and full faith in the path that I'm taking. I'm strong. I'm just tired and angry. Tomorrow is another day. I will get up and go through my routine, and I will put efforts into climbing the emotional ladder like I do every day. I think what I'm going to do, my plan for the rest of the day, is I'm going to edit my vlog. And that should make my mood go up. If by chance it makes my mood go down, then I'll find something else to do. Maybe play a video game or something. But I hope you all have a good night and have fun surfing around on YouTube. I'll do some of that too. Love you all. Good night.